Do you hear any clicking in the background, bro?
No.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Seconds you should be like.
Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmakers. So you already know, man, we got a call out on this one.
Let's
This
do it.
was a call out from the quarterback. He wanted to see how he fared against a certain one, which is Denari. And we're gonna go ahead and give our honest assessment as we always do.
Let's do it.
We have no horse in the race. But before we get started, man, is there any other thing that you want to talk about that's going on in the sports world?
Oh man, you know what, man? Nah, man, I want to get in on this. I've been watching a lot of Stonecrest Spartan games, for the last 24 hours, man. I ain't really. I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to get going.
All right, so we got two young phenoms. We got Latavius Booker and we got Janori Brennan. And we want to talk about these two young men. Now, this wasn't a comparison that I would have put together,
Mhm.
but Latavius want to see where he fares when it comes to the category of playing versus other elite quarterbacks, which is Janori is. He been doing it for years. Been playing with Rare Breed for a good 5 years or more, and like you seen progress over and over and over. And so we gonna see, man. He want to see
Oh,
what we think about it, and we gonna get him answers. So the first category where we want to start at, well, first we want to give just a little bit of detail, man.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Go
we
ahead.
got Janori, which is a player that played for Rare Breeds. I think he's if I'm not mistaken, he's a 3-time national champion. He's a small guy, but I think he gonna catch up, right? But right now he's a small guy in comparison to other quarterbacks. And then on the other side, we got a really large quarterback, which is Latavius Booker. He's about a good 6 feet. He's one of those quarterbacks that can give you some punishment, if he go head up with you. And not only that, man, I think he's the most poised quarterback that I've ever seen. So we're gonna talk about it, man. So the first category, I'm gonna ask you, Fanatic, it's passing. Who is the most accurate so far based
Ooh.
on what you see? We're gonna go with accuracy. Who you got and why?
All right. I'm gonna go with Janori, right? His name is Janori. I think they call him Nori, right? I'm gonna roll with Nori on this one.
Okay. All right.
Roll
So,
with Nori on this one. I think he's the more accurate passer. Both very accurate. I think he's the more accurate passer. I just when I watch a lot of his games, he has a little bit more completion, a better completion rate. When I've sat and watched a lot of his footage, his completion rate is immaculate. I will say he has a great wide receiver QB connection. It could be because a lot of people he's been playing with for years. Um, but his QB wide receiver connection is amazing. But a lot of that too, man, he puts the ball where it needs to be. So yeah.
okay, so in the accuracy category, I'm gonna also go with Janori,
Mhm.
um, because I've seen it time and time. I've seen it since he was I want to say about 9U, when, like I said, he was playing for Rare Breeds. And to be honest, man, I really didn't even show display all of his, accolades and stuff like that. But this young man has been doing it, and he has been accurate, and he has been, um, passing the ball with accuracy for a very long time. Now I've seen Latavius, like, yes, he can definitely throw the ball, but the coach also let me know something that that amazed me about Latavius, which was
Mhm.
his was like one of his first years, like fully playing the quarterback position. And you have never guessed that because he's so poised and he throw the ball also with accuracy. But I just think that Janori is just a little bit more accurate in that category. Okay. So
Absolutely.
the next one, we're gonna go with play extensions. Who do you feel has the capability of extending the plays a little more than the other?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Nori on this one as well. I believe Nori is a little bit quicker, a little bit faster than Latavius. That's a, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with Nori on this one because and the reason I was about to flip flop because Stonecrest Spartans didn't have as good as a line as Rare Breed did.
Mm-hmm.
So Latavius had to honestly extend more plays. But you didn't ask me who had to extend more. You asked me who was better at it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna go with Nori because I think the way he extends the plays, how he's able to use his legs, how he's able to throw, even as he escapes the pocket, the way he can, square his shoulders up and still throw the ball down the field. I'm gonna have to go with Nori.
Okay. I mean, whew.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Far as extended plays, right? I'm going to have to also go with Nori due to the fact that, like I said, I've seen him really in situations to where they play because they play better teams. So you got people that are a lot quicker, faster, with mobility that can pretty much get to the backfield, right? A lot quicker. So remember when we was watching a battle and you were saying how quick he was and how he extended the plays and how he ended up running the ball out of bounds, right? And I think he got the first down on those plays. So it's those type of things that to me would make me say that he is the better quarterback as far as extending plays goes, because not only does he extend plays, you know what I'm saying? Like he like I think a lot of times, man, he plays versus a better group of individuals. So that kind of goes against, Latavius because they haven't had a chance to play against those type of players, as far as that group. Now they are this year. They're definitely, playing versus the best in the top teams in the nation this year. But the main thing is I think Latavius, I haven't seen him run. I just think that basically he doesn't get rattled as much, so he don't really run. So now I'm gonna ask this question. So who is the more poised quarterback between the two?
On this one, I'm gonna go Latavius because I love how Latavius sits in the pocket. I mean, when I say I love it, I love Latavius to sometimes his own demise will sit in the pocket and wait on that opening. He is a very patient quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes Nori sees plays before it even happens. I think he's 10 steps ahead sometimes to his own demise.
Mm.
He can sometimes look a little impatient, right? But sometimes I think it's because he didn't play in so many big games. I think sometimes he sees it before it happens, right?
Ooh.
Or he believes he's seeing it before it happens, right?
Yeah.
But Latavius will sit in that pocket and go through every single progression as the pocket is closing and make that throw. So when it comes to poise, I'm going to have to go with Latavius.
Okay, so yeah, man, that definitely the same with me. I think Latavius trusts his
right.
We may saying he don't really have like that, but
right.
he trusts his line enough, like you said, kind of to his detriment to the point where he's not, moving when sometimes he should, right? I just think that he just stand there. But like I said, that is the testament to how much he believe in his lineman. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely give him the more poised, quarterback between the two. And I just think that it definitely helps him, and sometimes it does hurt him. But, for the most part, he has a quality that most quarterbacks don't have. which is, you know, to be super poised, and it don't even matter how much pressure that, you know, has derived within a game. So I definitely go with Latavius on that one. All right, so stronger arm out of the two, who do you believe had the stronger arm?
This is going to kill some people. I think Latavius has the stronger arm. And the reason I believe, because you didn't, if you ask me, there's another part of this question I'm not going to say. I'm going to see if you ask me before I say something. But when it comes to arm strength, if anybody watches Latavius, he doesn't have the best mechanics. When Latavius throws the football, it's all arm and upper body, right? He's not using any of his lower body. He's literally using all arm a lot of times. He's literally standing here and flinging the football. He's reminds me of a Dante Culpepper. For people who live in Georgia, he reminds me of McNair quarterback. They have a 1,000-yard quarterback. He throws the football similar to him. Tucker's old quarterback. A big 6-foot guy that literally stands in a pocket, no drop back, all arm, flinging it 30, 40 yards, right? So I believe he got a stronger arm.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's the same with me.
Okay.
I do think I don't like how I'm having to agree with you right now. I don't like how I have to agree with you. So far as stronger arm, I definitely seen him heat that ball, right? With just upper body strength, like you mentioned, and when he played in the Tucker game. And I think it was something on the line as well. They end up losing that game, but I love how poised he stayed. And sometimes I think that, you know, he should definitely consider running the ball, but I just don't really see that he's going to kind of change that due to the fact that he just believe in his O-line, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody that had that much belief, you know, they don't think that fat means greasy sometimes. They don't think that, you know, like that they're going to get sacked or anything like that. They feel like they're going to have enough time to do whatever it is that they want, you know. And to be honest, man, I believe that I do believe that he got the stronger arm, you know what I'm saying? But I want to go to the next category. In your personal opinion, who has the better mechanics? You mentioned that, but in your opinion,
this is when I do lean to Nori. Okay. Right. Because that's how Nori a lot of times is able to push the ball down the field, is because you're going to see him drop back, open up. You will see him use his whole body to throw the football. I really love, man, Nori throws a fly, or he throws those flies so amazing, man. He literally catches the ball, drop back 3 steps, boom, out of the pocket. He's throwing the ball in like 1.6 seconds, 2 seconds at the most, right? And it's literally, you can literally see his form. You can see, watching Nori, man, you can tell he has a trainer, man. Watching Nori, man, it's like watching a prototypical quarterback. It's an amazing thing to see. So I'm really gonna have to lean on Nori on this one, man. He's just great. He has great mechanics. That was an amazing catch. Okay. He has great mechanics.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go with Latavius on this one.
Okay.
And the reason I'm going with him is because, as you just seen how he passed the ball, right? And this is my little guy right there. But you see how he passed the ball. It looks more natural. It looks more unforced, right? Because he's a much naturally bigger quarterback. So, you know, it doesn't look as, you know, as like, I ain't gonna say bad, but it doesn't. It looks like it's just a little bit more natural, you know, for when Latavius actually throw the ball. Now, well, like I said, when we come to accuracy, I'm not giving that above Nori. I'm not giving that above him. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with Latavius in that regard. The fact that, you know, it just, his motion looks more unforced, right? It looks more natural. So I'm gonna go with Latavius.
The man is 6'1".
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It looks more. So when we talk
Come
about
on,
mechanics,
man. We're talking about mechanics here.
right?
In
So we
order
talk
for
about
a
mechanics. You
miniature
talk about
quarterback to get the ball down the field, we're
you
talking mechanics,
you
man.
talking about form and like who's look more natural. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
not what
when
you
we,
asked me.
I said
You asked me
mechanics.
mechanics.
I know mechanics. Like I'm saying, like who's look more mechanics, like as if who's look more natural. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the other. Like I said, man, Nori is like damn near the best, probably the best quarterback in the nation. However, you know what I'm saying? I still gotta go with the aesthetics of it. You feel what I'm saying? That's part of mechanics. We talk about aesthetics. You feel what I'm saying? So
Bro,
it's
I disagree with you on this one.
okay. All right, go ahead, man. I'm gonna go with Latavius on this.
That's we gonna disagree on
Yeah,
that one. This the
on
first
this
one. I'm like, man, he tripping
Okay.
because man, Nori is his feet, man. The way his feet, how he plants that foot, that
So you
back
putting
foot.
fat footwork and all that other stuff
Man,
into
come on, man. We talking mechanics. How his arm, when he rolls out of the pocket, the way he able to square his shoulders and still get the ball down. Come on, man. We talking
Okay, so
mechanics.
I might be talking about more so of the release of the footwork.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, maybe you're talking release.
Yeah.
Nah, because bro, Nori release is at the top, man. He right here with I don't know, man.
Alright,
You
man.
got some trickery tonight. This man on some trickery, man.
Nah,
This is
man.
crazy.
All right, man. So go ahead and give me a category, man. Since you think that, I'm on one right now. Go
All
ahead.
right. So one of the ones I had pulled, I knew you would pull this. Decision making. It's not always about turnovers though.
Decision making.
Sometimes simple as like deciding to check the ball down instead of go for the big play. Who do you
Oh,
feel like is a decision maker?
I'm going with Nori on that.
Okay.
I think that this man make probably the top best decisions. I think his IQ is higher than Latavius in that regards. I think you can't win a championship without having IQ. The coach can teach you something, but you got to understand the actual game. And I don't think nobody really understand the game more than Nori. So I'm definitely going with him in that regards. I think his IQ is much higher in comparison to Latavius, based on the decisions that I've seen made by both quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with you on this one. I love Nori's decision making, and it's because, like I said earlier, I think he's 2 to 3 steps ahead of everybody. I think he's 2 to 3 steps ahead of everybody when it comes to the field. I feel like, and sometimes to his own demise, but I think when you play in high quality games for so long and you really a student of the game, you can really see things sometimes before they even happen at the quarterback position. And I think he sees things before they happen. I didn't seen him pull that ball down, escape the pocket, and still maybe throw that quick pass to the running back or run out of bounds or still keep his eyes downfield and still hit this man on the check down. I mean, so I'm gonna go with Nori on that one as well. Another one that I had ready, mobility.
Mobility. Oh man, we gotta get at the Nori.
Okay.
We gotta get at
why
him.
you giving that? Okay.
The reason I'm giving that to him is, like I said, man, as far as mobility, I think that he's a person that can run the ball. He's a person that can run and pass the ball. I think he's just a person that basically can maneuver within the, all around within the field. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's him, right? He's not just a person that's accurate on the pass. He can, literally pull the ball down and run, you know what I'm saying? And like literally get to his destination and the extended plays. So I think as far as the mobility, I think that he has that.
Okay.
Over Latavius.
I'm gonna agree with you as well. I love the way he can escape that pocket. I love the way he moves. If you've never watched a Red Breed game, I don't think Coach Mark likes it. I ain't gonna speak for him, but I could tell, man, that when that boy get to moving, man, he can get boogie, man. He can get boogie down that field. He don't run a lot, but when he do, man, it looks amazing. This one right here, I think is gonna be a tough one for you. Kind of a tough one for me, but pocket presence, man. Ability to see and feel the pressure. Who do you feel has a better pocket presence, can feel and see that pressure?
Hey, Coach Dizdale said we do a lot of disrespecting. We don't do no disrespecting, man. We doing assessments. Okay, we doing some assessment. He said, look here, y'all, do a lot of disrespecting, but what we not gonna do is disrespect Rare Breed. Rare Breed has the best quarterback. I mean, look,
I don't disagree,
we going down the list.
but
We
I
don't
will
want to
say,
be.
man,
You want us
not
to
gonna
just
lie.
say. You want us to say. He want us to say that. Oh, we got this quarterback. And it's just that. I mean, we got to do the build up for the show that he wanted to hear about the assessment. This one was more so of a call out. This is not something that I put together, right? This
You
was
know what though?
more.
But it's actually a quality call out, man. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you drop Latavius on the Southfield Falcons, I think they win a lot. I think
That'd
they
be a
have a
good
better
look.
chance to win more games. If you drop Latavius, who else? Boynton had a great quarterback, but I think if you drop Latavius on that team, a 6-foot quarterback on the Boynton Bulldogs, I think they utilize him a little different. I think they make him maybe do a little more power running. Then you throw that running back. So I would love, after watching some of the Stonecrest games, I would love to see how they utilize Latavius a little bit better. But I'm gonna be real, man. It's a little bit closer than you might think.
So when you talk about mobility, right? See, and that's why you got to do these categories, because then you will say, because at first you'll be like, man, it's a wash, right?
To watch.
And then once you do the categories, you'll be like, oh, okay, so
it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not as bad. So the one thing, the category that we can go with, okay, we could say title run. We know Janori is about 3 national championships.
Yeah, but we have to really equate the team. Like, man, think if Latavius had a B5 and a Ja'Cory. I think that's his name. I want to make sure I got his name, but I think his name Corey. Think if he had a Corey and a B5 and the best O line in 12U last year. Not just the best O line though. A lot of the O line that has been playing for years together. Right. I got pictures of this same O line from 3 years ago.
Okay, now I gotta put you in the coach seat. Okay, I gotta put you in the coach seat.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you one of the best developer coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see both of these young men producing in the way that you saw in this video. As a coach, when you look at the two, who are you taking?
Okay. If I got a 13U or a 12U.
No, you got these two quarterbacks. It's
these two quarterbacks.
You haven't seen 13U yet.
I haven't even seen 13U. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take Latavius. And I'm gonna take Latavius. I'm gonna tell you why, man. First of all, I need a 6-foot quarterback, the eye test. The eye test. He meets my eye test.
Okay.
Right. We talking about almost the same arm strength. I can sit down with Latavius and I can start working with him on how to read the defenses better. Right. I can work with him on his mobility. I ain't gonna say never. Right now, he's not as fast as Nori. He ain't as fast, but that's not gonna be his game. Right. That's not gonna be his game. He's gonna be more of a Dante Culpepper. Right. Dante wasn't running. He wasn't running for real. He was in the pocket with it. More of a Steve McNair. Right. As opposed to Nori. Nori reminds me of a Tua. Right. If he got to run, he can run, but if not, he's gonna throw the ball. He can fling that football down the field. Nori can even be, if he wanted to. This is how great he could really be. He could be a Kyler Murray. He could run around the field and get out of the pocket and throw the ball down the field. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna take Latavius, man.
Keep that up, Dave. Jay boy, where the hell you been, man? He says rare QB, in my opinion, the best in the nation. He may be small, but he can throw and he can score.
I agree.
Okay, so basically what Fanatic just told you was that he's holding Nori height against him, and he feel like he can't teach height, so therefore he taking Latavius due to the fact that he is built mainly for high school in comparison to Nori. Now, I'm gonna just be honest with you. accuracy is a very important thing.
Mhm.
I think that Nori, based on his IQ, right?
Mhm.
You got somebody like Damian Lillard in
Mhm.
basketball who can play versus 6'7" guard, 6'7" guards, 6'6" guards, and stuff like that, right? It's because of IQ. When you have the IQ, that would take you further than not. Sometimes IQ can't be taught. Now you could tell a person to do a read, you know what I'm saying, that he should have did a certain read, but then that doesn't equate to the person actually being able to do it in pressure times. This young man, as I have seen, has always been the little guy on his team and has always been in pressure moments, and he has delivered constantly. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, what I'm saying as a coach, I'm saying, look, I'm gonna build my line. I understand that he's a smaller guy, but he's been smaller his whole career,
Mhm.
and he has gotten the job done.
Right.
So therefore, what I'm doing is I'm taking that young man and I'm saying, you know what? Hey, look, I understand that you're gonna have a growth spurt.
Mhm.
Right now we ain't worried about that. Just continue
Right.
to get better and make sure that you are continuing to understand the reads of the defense. Once you do that, you're going to be good. So, as far as IQ, that's what's going to make me select Nori. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a thing that I believe that only could be taught. You know what I'm saying, at a certain age.
Mhm.
Far as like the amount of years that he played, and then he played with Coach Mark, so
Mhm.
he definitely he can make the right read. So I'm gonna go with him in that regard. But you just going with size, man.
See, you really slick. You asked me if you are a developmental coach. You said if you are a developmental coach, who you taking? Right? You said who you taking. I said, okay. If I'm developing some players, I got some years. Because
Okay.
Latavius is a project. Now, if you asking me, that's why I said, hold on, how many years I got? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm trying to win today, oh yeah, give me Nori. We're gonna win a national championship. Now, if you telling me, hey man, you're a developmental coach, you're building because your goal is to win a national championship one day. Okay, give me Latavius because I feel like he's already built for the long haul. Right?
Mhm.
For him to be a first-year quarterback and to achieve the success he's had in his first year, I know, oh man, this man on his way. It's just a few little fine points, a couple feet work, right? A couple learning the defense, like you say, some accuracy. Those are things we can work on, right? But again, I am size matters a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, size matters a lot. It's not just about even seeing over alignment; it's scheme as well. I don't want my quarterback out of the pocket too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my quarterback scrambling down the field if he don't got to, right? So that's why I'm like, hey man, Latavius, I feel like we're gonna see. I'm telling y'all, if Stonecrest do what they supposed to do, we gonna be having a B2C gonna do what they supposed to do, and we're gonna be having a conversation next year where this man right here is going crazy. Watch what I tell y'all now. Watch, because you know how Alex like those that size. You know how he feels. So I'm telling you right now, this time next year, you're gonna be, man, I don't know what B2C doing, man. Come on, how do you not have this man top 10 on it? I'm telling you.
Hey, yeah, hey, now we gonna I think we gonna test that B2C theory. We definitely gonna test that. We got something for y'all. We got a
All Stonecrest
comparison.
got to do is their job. If Stonecrest do their job, I'm telling y'all, Latavius is going to be on the map by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, definitely got to be on the map. There's some things that I'm gonna have to teach him behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think he's definitely gonna be on the map. But he got to do his job. Like I say, we bringing the eyes to them. He said he's smooth. I ain't gonna lie, but Rare Breed General is the man.
Now, I think
We
if
gonna
you
call him.
drop
We gonna
Latavius on that team, bro.
If we drop Latavius on the team, you're not gonna have much success as Nori. Is my point, because he already has the timing with those players. He has better timing with those players. They understand, where to be. They understand the schemes. They understand the routes. They understand everything. He's basically gonna put the ball where the player's supposed to be at. You feel what I'm saying? If you take, matter of fact, yes, if you take Latavius away, right? If you take Nori away and you replace him with Latavius last season, do they win versus Boynton?
Absolutely. I still think they win. I still think they edged the game out because a lot of that is a lot of surrounding pieces as well. It just wasn't all quarterback play. So the game wouldn't have necessarily all been on Latavius. Just like I don't feel like the game was all put on Nori. Right. I feel like there was a lot of defensive plays made. I felt like Coach Mark did what he did. Like Boynton came on and said, slowed the game down. Every time they started getting momentum, Coach Mark's found something to complain about, whether it be a ref in the way, whether it be they moving, whether it be y'all cheating my boys, right? Every time he found a way to slow the game down. And while he's slowing the game down, everybody else getting coaching, right? So I think it's so much just, and again, it ain't even just B5. I want to say, I don't want to mess it up, but I want to say Corey took a 50-yard. It wasn't even thrown 50 yards. I think Corey took something to the house that was maybe a bubble screen. Am I right? I don't think it was a fly. I think it was a quick pass that he took to the house, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Nah, I don't think it was a quick pass. What happened was I believe that he ended up running an out route. I mean, not an out route, but he ended up running to the outside, right? He was about to get ready to try to run because they was pretty much on him. So he ended up throwing a ball, and you know what I'm saying, then little Corey ended up, you know what I'm saying,
taking it to the house.
The ball, taking
about
it to the
50,
house.
60 yards.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a screen route or
Okay.
a screen pass or anything like that. It was just like he was running, and then he ended up passing the ball, you know what I'm saying, out of the pocket. It it was a throwing pass, a running throwing pass.
Okay,
so,
just making sure.
Yeah.
So those are things that I believe Latavius can do. I believe we're going to see an elevation in his game this year. That is going to help close that gap.
So what do you think he got to? What do you think he have to add to his repertoire?
I think he has to get out of that pocket.
Got to get out of it.
He has to get out of that pocket.
You're going to be playing versus. He's going to be playing versus.
Cannot sit in that pocket this year. When you got them 6 foot, if it's the same as 13 was last year, you're gonna have 6 foot DNs on the outside, bro. You're not gonna be able to get off a lot of those quick passes and things. You're gonna have to utilize your legs. You're gonna have to make those DNs go a little bit wider, right? You're gonna have to make them pay. If they knife in on you, you got to make them pay. Your O-line could be as big as you want them to be. I seen it with the Dream Chasers. You can have the biggest O-line in the world, right? But guess what? People gonna still penetrate, right? Even Cannon had to get out and run the football sometimes, man. Even quarterback Chain had to get out and run the football. You're going to have to run that ball. You have to have some type of threat with your legs.
Right. Yeah.
I would love to see a lot more quick passes from Latavius. Right. Oh my, this is I'm gonna let you read that.
Hold on. I feel Latavius is the best quarterback in 13U. 13U haven't started yet. I mean,
we gotta wait. We gotta
definitely.
That's a big statement.
Now, right now,
if you're gonna say that, you gotta drop your Instagram.
Yeah, you definitely gotta drop your Instagram. If I say that kind of stuff,
they gonna message me. You gotta drop your Instagram.
Because if you really believe that, stand on it.
You gotta stand on that one.
You gotta stand on it.
Because they gonna remember you all season. You gotta stand on that one.
Hey, and then on top of that, y'all already know, man. Rare Breeds, man, they take everything as fuel. And they deliver. That's the cold part. So I think, y'all might just want to play. Y'all might just want to play.
No.
And
he's already popped it now.
It's over. Yeah, it's too late. Can't take it.
It's too late now.
It's too late. So he feel like he's the best third, or put like this, say that he's going to be the best quarterback. Right? Right now we don't know who the best 13U. We gonna go year by year who has the better production, because if we continue to just to crown Nori, right, that means that every year we're gonna have to give it to him. So each year is own individual season. Right, you know what I'm saying? Now he has a chance to be in that running, But let's see, because some things that I seen in that practice, man. You know, I'm gonna say y'all got the pieces.
Okay.
But far as mentality, far
It's,
as
it's gonna come.
mental toughness,
It's gonna come.
it's gonna have to be there. Because right now, on some of them, it ain't. He said, oh
This
yes,
man
sir.
is never right.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
This
coach.
man is never
Thank
right.
you, coach.
We is just saying anything at this point.
Oh, hey, no, it ain't no we, you. You just saying, you know what I'm
All
saying?
I gotta do is get to 5'11". I would
Oh,
love.
he gonna get there. He gonna get there.
Yeah, he
You
gonna
know
get
what I'm
there.
saying?
He gonna get
I think he gonna be bigger than Pop. You see Pop got fair height. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. That's what one thing I ain't worried about. It's gonna come. It's definitely gonna come.
Mhm.
You know, so that's the one thing that Sports Fanatic is holding against Nori is the fact that he's a smaller QB. But we got to go with, man, somebody that's going to get that ball to that receiver. Because if you got
My
that,
thing is the gap ain't that big. So if I already got me a 6-foot wide receiver that could get bigger, and the gap ain't, I don't think the gap is here. I think the gap is about right here, man.
hey, to me, you know what makes Nori even more dangerous? Not only do he have that type of IQ, right?
Mm-hmm.
He right now, it's hard to get to him. You know, by time you see him, he already
He out of
passed
there.
the ball.
He out of there or that ball gone.
You feel what I'm saying? He already got it to his destination. So
I agree with that.
you're gonna play with frustration the whole time. You up trying to get through your through the offensive lineman, and by the time you didn't got through, you don't even know where he at.
But see, that's what make Latavius dangerous. He's throwing the same balls with no feet, no drop back, no nothing. He's catching the ball, standing here, and just throwing it. He ain't dropping back, pushing, nothing.
So
He's
basically,
catching the ball here, turning, and flicking the ball 30, 40 yards down the field.
So basically, you saying he need Coach Kier Jackson.
What? Oh my God. If Coach Jackson would have Latavius, I'm not saying Stonecrest can't do the same, but if Coach Jackson would have had Latavius, oh man, we're talking 50, 60-yard quarterback at 13. I'm telling y'all, this man catches the ball, stands like this, and throws the ball 30 yards with his wrist. If he could drop back and push off, we looking at 60, 70 yards. This man is, I'm talking about, if y'all ever seen Mook, we talking about Mook 2.0.
That's a big compliment right there.
Hellcat Mook 2.0. The ball is going 60.
He said he got rare for the 4-peat. J-Boy.
It's too early.
Hey, J-Boy.
Even I didn't got quiet about 13. It's too early.
Hey, J-Boy, he had Boynton at first.
It's too early. I reserve the right to change my mind. I seen the OG Duck that picked up some kids. I like Boynton. I'm getting some calls by Miami Garden Ravens.
I'm getting some calls by PTSG.
Come on, PTSG. I reserve the right to hold off on 13U.
All right. So when are you gonna make your decision?
I ain't making my decision until I ain't making my decisions with that until around middle of July.
Oh,
third week of July.
Okay.
I reserve the right to at least start seeing practice videos and stuff like that before I really got to make my decision. It might not come to August. I might have to wait to after Southern Hospitality, Warzone, and Beat 'em and Feed 'em.
Are they not playing in Warzone? No. I don't think they got enough.
Nah, but they gonna play in that Beat 'em and Feed 'em at the end of July.
Okay.
It's like I think it's 1 week before Warzone.
Okay. And where city is that one in?
Plant City.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. So I think it's some excitement. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna say this. With the pieces that I seen with Stonecrest, right? With the additions that they made, I'm going to say if they don't make it to national, it's a failure season.
So yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say they got that many pieces, for the Stonecrest Spartan Army. They got that many pieces to where if they don't make it, then I'm going to say that it was a failed season. That's how highly I actually think of them. It's just that I didn't see it. Because sometimes you can have the best the best players on a team, but it don't equate to being the best team. in the nation. You know what I'm saying? So unless you like I say, unless you like Coach Mark, somebody that actually can get the best team, best players, and know how to put it together. See, everybody don't know how to put it together. I think one of the other things too, the reason why he has success is because it's the next man up. It ain't no babying, coddling, you know what I'm saying, the player. It ain't no, hold on, listen, hold on.
Go ahead,
hold on. It ain't
Go
no
ahead, man. We're talking about Alabama right now, man.
Hey, no,
we're talking about Alabama.
Man, I'm talking about it ain't literally, bro. It ain't no like holding your hands. If you don't want to play and you want to give a super attitude, bro, you can play on the sideline. And that's what you got to demand of your players in order to get greatness out of them. To me, a lot of coaches, they basically tend to the players too much. When the players have a certain attitude that you know that they ain't going to be able to use in the future for high school, college, or even if they go to the NFL, no coach is going to deal with an attitude or no kid that is pouting. They want to deal with great personality, somebody that's a team player that understand that sometimes it's just not going to be your game, your night. So you're going to have to sit on the sideline because the matchup may not suit you for that game. See, they need somebody that's more understanding for the game. And a lot of these teams where they have the best players, they end up, babying these kids. And so they build a behavior that's not going to be conducive, later on into the future. So I think if they're able to demand, the respect of these kids and they able to develop them the right way, oh man, they're gonna be problems. I'm telling you, they can get to top 5. Literally, they got that ability. You know what I'm saying? That's what I seen. But it's the attitude that I didn't like.
Okay.
It was that left me questioning and wondering how far they gonna get, because it was a lot of I want to say giving up a little bit.
Okay.
Right? It was a lot of pouting. It was some some players that felt like they already have it won before they even start the game. Right? These are all recipes for disaster and for losing. So if that doesn't change, Stonecrest Spartans will be in trouble with the better team. And if that is the case, then it's a failed season.
When we start talking about rare breed, we talking Alabama before NILs. When we start talking rare breed, we talking a team that is sitting on 4, 5, and if there was a such thing, 6 stars. I mean, we talking about a team that got the best of the best going against a team like a Stonecrest that is still good. They still SEC, but they more like a Kentucky. They more Mississippi State. They can win some games, right? They can win, but they not leveling up the same, right? So every year you might wonder, you're like, oh, okay, Kentucky got a little squad this year. They might can make a run, but the mentality is we going against Alabama, man. We ain't gonna win, man. We ain't gonna win, right? So it's just one of them things like you can't fault a great quarterback for being on a great team. That's what he's supposed to do, right? But sometimes I do wonder. What if we do drop this kid on this team? And you can't live by that. But I do wonder if I drop Latavius on this team with a Coach Mark who is one of a schemeologist. This man know how to come up with a scheme to make the best kids look amazing. That's just what he does. Again, B5 has been doing what he's doing. Coach Mark took it to a new level and can't no matter what no coach say. Oh, B5 been doing that. I agree, but not to the level that he's been doing it with Coach Mark, or we would have been knew about him. Everybody knew about him, but he would have been as big.
Yeah.
Right. So again, Coach Mark know how to scheme stuff and bring out the best in kids. Coach Mark schemes it where he sees the best you. Man, I was talking to a coach about something that you said yesterday about the only difference between national and non-national is coaches be delirious.
Mm-hmm.
They be delirious. A lot of coaches be so stuck on scheme and they system, they don't bring out the best in the player. I feel like I would love to see the best Latavius come out this year.
Mm.
So we gonna see, man. But we can't, man. You talking about next man up? Yeah, it could be next man up. We got another 5-star. It's another 5-star over there.
Yeah, but that
won nationals without B5 really going off. That's crazy.
Hey, so I say this. I think it's actually with that team, right? And just judging by you know, you got Bowden Walker. That's my dude right there, man. Bowden Walker, right? You got bro, I forget. Damn, it's so many.
Come on,
and I can't even name them. That's crazy.
come on.
And I filmed them, you know, like for like
so many that came out of that
2 years
program.
straight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they, like you got so many players that are actually up for D1 scholarships. They have multiple colleges that they can, you know, commit to, right?
They got the number one quarterback in the class of 2025 coming out next year in Juju. He was he was OG Ducks, but he was rare. He was I'm sorry, he was the
he was Welcome All at
he
first.
was Welcome All, and then he also played, you know, with I want to say he played with them Ducks too. He was a Duck too, wasn't he? I think it was a Duck too. I think he was a Duck at the end.
Yeah, I'm not. I think he did leave, but I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
I'm not
you got
sure.
one. I definitely know he played under Murray. He got the best quarterback, like you say. He at one point in time, the man had the whole Cedar Grove. He got Malcolm out there. I think I want to say he go to Buford. Like it's just, man, like you say, man. When we start talking D1s, man, come on, man. We talking D1s. But come on, Rare Breed University for a reason.
Yeah,
that man said on 4-5 stars, man. He said on 4 and 5 stars. Of course, it's next man up. Their mentality is different there.
But the one thing that I'm saying that you learn by playing with a Rare Breed, right? Is that when you play with a bunch of, and I'm not even recommending this for every team, because I think that, you know, you shouldn't just strive for getting all of the best players and then play against nobody. I'm not for that, right? Coach Mark understands that he's playing a national schedule, so he's able to do that, right? But the part that makes me okay with him doing it is the players get better, right? And we've seen that they go to the next level and they only basically plug themselves into a system instantly and have instant success, right? It's not really much of a building phase. They already got, you know, the know-how, you know what I'm saying? They already understand what to do, and they know schemes. They know a lot of stuff. So that's why you get a lot of his players going to top colleges. They're not just going to any college. You got Bowden Walker that be possibly going to Georgia, bro.
Yeah.
That's possibly going there. So what I think that they get, man, by playing, you know, on each other team full of stacked players is you don't get babied, right? It's next man up. Is you need to understand schemes. You need to understand, you know, what you're supposed to do as a player. And he allows them to play multiple positions to see which one they're good at. See, that's what a lot of people don't do. They keep them the whole duration at one position, and they may not even grow to be, you know, acceptable for that position. So I think that he's a mastermind, at least in his youth football. And on top of that, the experience that they get is a wait your turn moment, right? Which is something that a lot of people, he says, Rare Breeds is Nick Saban, Alabama. Yeah, but what he does, like the way when you play for Rare Breed, what happens is, you know, in high school, you may go to high school, you may be maybe a freshman or a sophomore, you may not start, right?
Mm-hmm.
He helps you with that patience, understanding the moment. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Your time will come. You know what I'm saying? You might experience that, you know, maybe in your junior year, you know what I'm saying? But they understand that the moment may not just be your time. So the players, they're able to still be team players, and, you know, and they're able to have the right mindset to where, you know, once it's their time, man, they just get up there and on a big stage and do their thing, man.
Real quick, man. It's a question in the chat where J Boy asked me this off topic, but Sports Fanatic, you really think Boynton winning YNC? I reserve the right to change my mind, J Boy. Now, if you would ask me 2 months ago, before I seen what everybody had, of course I would have said, yeah, I think they're gonna run it back. But I'm holding off for a little bit, man. I'm holding off for a little bit.
Not just that though, J Boy. See, we had the coaches on here, so now the coaches think that he's still rocking with them.
I gotta hold off, man. I ain't nobody old. Ain't nobody tell me number 6 from the OG Ducks look like that. Sorry, they ain't tell me that, bro. They ain't tell me. Ain't nobody tell me, man. Ain't nobody tell me about all these other teams, man. They didn't build it up, man, for the last ride. So I'm sorry. I gotta wait a little bit.
So based on what you know right now, since we're talking about them, where do you place Rare Breeds and where do you place the Spartan Army?
Right now, man, Spartan Army really in the hunt. They in the hunt. I'm gonna give them out right now. I'm gonna give them outside of my top 5.
Outside of top 5,
because I gotta go back Boynton. I gotta go back Rare Breed. I gotta go back PTSG. I gotta go OG. Yeah, I gotta go Miami. I gotta go Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, they outside the top 5. From there, I could start maybe looking at them. But right now they outside my top 5, man. I got to see them play. How they end, and see a lot of this is how you ended off. OG ended off as a top 10 to 12 team, or whatever. If you're gonna end off as a top 10 team, and then I see that you've added big pieces, you've added a better quarterback, your running back has really updated himself. Like I'm gonna have to. If you already was a top 8 to 10, and then you've gotten better, I gotta push you up some.
So you got TMJ, which you merged.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's until I see a lot of it. That's why I got to wait till I gotta see everybody play at least one tournament.
I know you don't I know you don't really know them, but I think that if they got better, I'm still gonna put North Philly Blackhawks. Yeah.
North Philly.
I'm gonna put the North Philly Blackhawks in the running. We talk about the hunt. So we're gonna put them in there.
I can't wait to watch them. They so much on my radar. They don't even know. They on my radar now. He bothered me. He's bothered me. That's the worst thing y'all can do is be on my radar. That's the worst. People don't even know. You don't want to be on it. And I think I seen that they're gonna be in Northern Hospitality. I don't think they missed a year in Northern Hospitality. I want to say. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm watching. I'm telling you right now. Ooh, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm watching though. I'm watching, boy. I can't wait.
And so I didn't want to give up, the pieces for the Spartans, man, because I think they're excited about playing with TMJ. I mean, possibly playing against TMJ. And my guy BRL, he's the one that usually covered him. He the one that was covering Woes the whole thing. So you're gonna be able to see what they do, what they bring, and then man, they got a team that I told you, bro. I just want to see them play. They go to undefeated every year, which is the San Jose Hit Squad. Like, I know you don't really know them, or you're not familiar with them.
I'm not familiar. Look, man, I ain't got time to be getting familiar with every Tom, Dick, and Jane that this man find on the West Coast, man. I don't got time for that, man. We got teams here, man. I can be throwing teams out here. Man, we just be throwing names around
hey,
here.
Man, how we gonna get everybody they notoriety?
You know what I'm saying? The New Mexico Barracudas.
Damn.
And the Minnesota Blackhawks. Like, we just come on, man. Come on, what we doing?
Man,
put the footage out then. Put the clips together, put the footage out, let the people see. We'll come on here and talk about it. I'm gonna do my due diligence.
Yeah, I was
trying to coach on here.
I was trying to connect them with the City Life last season, and it didn't fall through. The dates didn't line up, so they end up not making it. You know, they could have did something if the San Jose Hit Squad was willing to come out to where City Life was. So if they was able to do that, then they would have made that game happen. You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, we're gonna go ahead and go to, you know what I'm saying?
Give the numbers say, man.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the numbers, man. We're gonna see what they talking about. All right. Let's see. That's not that one. All right, man. So we only got 309.
That's good, man.
64% Nori, Janori,
Okay.
and then 36% Latavius. So
That's
overall,
really
man,
good, Latavius, because we talking about a multi-year national champion. So it's 30% of people that really believe like you like that. That's what's up.
So I'll say this, man. Just give a summary on both players and in the player that you're picking, as the the one that you would actually take when pertaining to the youth sports, 13U and 12U.
All right. I'm gonna start with Nori, man. I think Nori is an excellent player. Championship pedigree, in the words of Ken. I think he has perfect mechanics. Like when I watch him play the quarterback position, he's one of those kids where I can sit other kids down and say, "This is how you should play that position. This is how you should read that play. This is how you should know when to run." Do you know why he ran? Because he's seen this. Because this happened. He felt this person without even looking. The way he can offlook the safety. I mean, he can do so many things right. Is what makes Nori a great player. And right now, I'm edging him. I'm not gonna edge. I think he's the better player currently. But I love where Latavius is going in his game. I love it. I don't think he's that far behind. I think there's some things that can be taught, right? But as far as one thing about him, I love a big arm. I just love it. Like I'm in love with a big arm. He has a big arm. He's prototypical. I believe that, you're talking about a kid that once played on the O-line. That's probably why he's so patient. That's probably why he trusts the line a lot more, right? Because he's been there. So I think he understands the feel of it a lot better. He's so patient in his game. His accuracy could use some work, but a lot of people with big arms have accuracy problems, right? And I just think he's a true developmental player, but his ceiling is amazing. He has an amazing ceiling, and that type of player they don't come around a lot. So that's why I'm leaning towards taking Latavius.
Okay, so far as for me, I like Latavius, right? I seen them last season, and they end up beating RDU, and there is something that amazed me about Latavius, which was the last drive. They were literally probably on the 30-yard line, and this man clock management skills, the way that he stayed poised, the way that he wasn't just trying to go for the home run every play. He was just taking every little thing that they gave him, and he was just chipping away at it. And then with about 10 seconds left on the clock, he was able to make the right reads and, got the touchdown. So when I seen that, I say, man, this kid can actually be something, right? He can, do a lot that most players wouldn't be able to do. Far as, like I say, being poised in those type of moments, right? And they were down. That's the cold part. It wasn't tied. They were down, and for him to, in some of the plays, I think he ended up maybe getting sacked or something like that. He didn't get flustered. He just came back the next play, did what he's supposed to, made the right reads, made the right passes and stuff like that. So when I seen that, man, I was just like, I was amazed. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna pay attention to him a little bit more. So then when they played him again, I seen that he was just as efficient, right? Same poise mentality. Accuracy was there. As you seen, man, he threw some amazing passes that turned out to be an amazing catch. So, you know, he definitely is there. But I also gotta go with Nori, you know, because he's been doing it longer. And you know, I usually don't punish nobody for how long they do it, how long they're good, or I wouldn't say like been playing the game, right? I'm not really getting into it like that. But what I am saying is that I've seen that he has won games, right? In pressure moments. I've seen that he too have went to the highest level and won it. I see that he too was able to have a team built around him. You feel what I'm saying? And that's important. When you're able to have a team assembled around you, then that means that you know that you're somebody that can always be in a running for being a champion, because all they know is that they got to put the right pieces, you know, there, and you can take them to that level in order to get the championship. So I think with Janori, his accuracy of passing, the way that he can extend the plays, his mobility, the way that he can throw the ball while running, the way that you know he can throw the ball up the middle, and like I just think that overall, man, he's just the better, you know, quarterback right now. You know what I'm saying? So we only know, man, time would tell, because sometimes, man, the best player in youth football doesn't always turn out to be in high school. So, you know, but right now I'm gonna go with Nori. You know what I'm saying? So that's my pick. But you know, go ahead, man. Is anything else you want to say?
Man, I have nothing else to say, man. You know, outside of, man, I watched some Stonecrest Spartan games. I think they had an amazing team last year. You can tell just a lot of mental errors. I would love to see that team play at this higher level that they want to play at this year. So I actually look forward to see what they bring to the table. But outside of that, man, you know, me and National Sports Chat gonna talk. We're gonna chop it up, see if we can come back for another day, man. Hopefully tomorrow. We're gonna see what we can do, man. We got some more to talk about. We got some rankings to put out.
Oh, absolutely. Nine, you right?
We got some rankings to put out. It's time.
Okay.
It's time.
Right. Definitely
tournament coming up. It's time. We got a month left to the tournament. It's time.
Definitely. Okay. All right. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and leave on that end. But yeah, man, hit the like button so we can get this this show in the algorithm, so more people that watch youth sports can tune in. And you know, go to Sports Fanatic. Make sure y'all subscribe to his page on IG, Sports Fanatic Media or Fanatic Media. You know, go and follow his page as well. But man, if y'all new, definitely hit the subscribe button. But National Sports Chat for Sports Fanatic, that's all we got, man. We out.
Oh, we got it. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
That was a good one, Ken.
Yeah, man.
He's talking that talk tonight.
Hey, that other one, I didn't even know